Hi, everyone. Beckie Belote here. I'm a creative memories advisor from Newport News, Virginia. And today I'm going to teach you how to make a super cute turkey. So, if you want to make a turkey with me, I'm going to tell you what I'm going to work with today. I'm using a variety of colors to make this look really super cute. I'm using the caramel. Now, you guys, you can substitute colors, but I'm just telling you what I'm using if you're using Creative Memories paper. So I'm using caramel. I'm using gold shimmer. I'm using copper shimmer and some beige to make him. And the punches that I'm going to be using is the chrysanthemum, the acorn and leaf, the angel, and piece by piece. All right. So even if you don't have some of these, this one is pretty major. You may be able to figure something else out with some of the other things with your stuff. So don't feel like you won't be able to do it. I feel like there's probably I'm using trash pieces in some cases. And so if you look at your other punches, you might be able to find something, but this guy, pretty major. All right, so before I get started, I want to give you a heads up. There was an advisor exclusive that came out, and they're shipping now, and you can only get them through advisors now. So if you're one of those that are buying for yourself, um, you're buying direct from Creative Memories and you're bypassing your advisor, or a advisor, I should say, because a lot of people don't even realize that there's a benefit to having an advisor, but there is. There's a lot. Even if you are never going to attend a workshop, even if you never feel like you need any help, it is nice to be connected to an advisor because we can get things that you cannot get on your own. And this is one of those things. So, will you be able to get this on your own? Maybe. Some of the items that were advisor exclusives that some of my clients got, they're sold out. So you cannot get them until 2026. All right. Um, so but there are two things that you can get right now with your advisor help. They will be open in December for you to buy them if supplies last. So I'm just giving you a warning. They will have more, but it might be for a while. So pick an advisor. You don't know what you're missing out on. If you don't want to ever be called, if you don't want emails, you should just let them know. But for the most part, you're going to come out ahead. You're going to get advance notice of sneak peeks. I can't tell you how ucky it feels to place a $150 order and then find out that if you had waited till Monday, there was a promotion, right? And that's the kind of things your advisors can let you know in advance because we get sneak peeks and we don't want you to miss out on something cool. So pick an advisor. If you don't have an advisor, or if you would like to work with me, I would love that. I would appreciate it very much. And here is my website. It's www.creativememories.com/user/my name, which is Beckie, Beckie, Belote, Belote. Okay, so thanks for listening to that. Two really cool tools. What you're getting is a tool that actually sits on top of your mat board. So if you're using the Creative Memories mat boards, the newer ones, the ones that have been out for years, they have all the lines on them that go, all around the 360. Those ones are they're 13-inch, not 12-inch. The 13-inch mats. These new tools are going to fit perfectly over your mats. All right, and one of them is it's going to be allow you to do some straight cuts right from the mat. It's going to let you align. Actually, that's not true. It's an aligner. It's a zero ruler. It'll help you align things on the mat. That one's 1950. The other one, which I am most excited about, it does decorative cuts. So we had a trimmer a while back, a decorative trimmer that they discontinued. It did 2 cuts. This does 4 cuts, and it's less than the price of the other trimmer. The other trimmer also had to replace blades. So those blades the company has stopped selling. I still have some. you know. So if you have that and you love that and you want to keep using that, I still have a few blades, but they will be depleted. And at that time, then you'll have to decide. But this is 4 cuts, 4 different types of that you can do on your paper. You can use your mat board for measurement. That was the big thing with that trimmer. You know, I used to always say, line it up to the edge because I knew that the measurement was crazy to use. So I'm like, cut 2 pieces at one time because then the measurement doesn't matter. But now we can be very precise because it lays over your board and you cut with your red, and the blades that you will already have for your cutting system are going to work with this. All right. So $26.50, crazy cheap for that tool. And I can get it. Your advisor can get it. Pick an advisor if you don't have one, because you can't get it until sometime in December. And that's only if our advisors don't sell out of them this week. Okay. So just want to give you that heads up. So let's make a turkey. All right. Change this. Thank you for listening to that. I know I go on and on. That's one of the things, that's one of my superpowers. All right. You should see me writing a letter. I can do that. I'm a superpower at writing a long letter too. All right, so we're gonna grab, we're gonna do a couple of things. First thing I would like you to do is grab your copper shimmer if you have it. I'm gonna grab this color. This is caramel. I'm using that today. I'm using my copper shimmer, which is beautiful. You can get this by the pack, by the way, for like $12.50, I think. We are not using canary. I'm gonna put that back. We're gonna use, got caramel. I'm missing a color. Oh, the gold shimmer. Okay, we're gonna use these 3 colors. All right, and then you're gonna need a little teeny tiny bit of red, little teeny tiny bit of that one, and beige. All right. Ooh, somehow I have got really zoomed in here. What in the world? You know what? I set something on video and I'm gonna take it off because that's goofing me up. All right. So what I would like you to do first, let's take your beige. You don't need very much beige. You don't need very much of any of these. And we're going to use our chrysanthemum punch to just do, well, go ahead and do it twice. If you're probably going to want 2 turkeys, I already made one. So I'm just going to do 1 turkey today. But if you want 2 turkeys, go ahead and do 2 of this one. Let's keep our pieces in a little stack. And you are done with this one. Then you're going to want to do 2 of your copper. Now you're done with the copper. I'm just going to put them all in a little stack. I know that we can see the difference in the colors there. We don't have to keep them separated for now. And actually, we're not, yeah, we are done with the copper. All right, and then we're going to do the gold. And you're going to want 2 of the gold shimmer. If you don't have gold shimmer, try canary or yellow of some sort. Do 2 of those. All right, and then while you're at it, we're going to do a couple more things with this one. I am going to use this, and this would be cute even if you don't have the rectangular patterns, but I love rectangular patterns for things like this. So if you don't have the rectangular pattern set, put that on your wish list. And we are going to do an inside cut with this. I am pretty confident I used the red blade. So I'm going to just cut with the red blade here. Right. So we're going to need that piece. So now we are done with this. Actually, do 2 of those. Do 2 of those if you were wanting 2 turkeys. Haven't used that one yet. Caramel. We are going to do, you know what? Bring that gold shimmer back if you haven't already eliminated it. You're going to want also two, this is the second to the largest size. Oh, let me double check. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, this is the second to the biggest size oval, and we are going to cut on the inside, and we are going to use the green blade on this one, I think. Yep, green blade. All right, 2 of those if you're making 2 turkeys. All right, so now we're going to go to the caramel. You could use a hot fudge if you like, if you don't have caramel. And we are going to go ahead while we're at it and do 2 of these cuts with the red blade, please. So 2 of these with the red blade. So when you're cutting on the inside of a pattern, the red creates the biggest possible shape. We had a little I had a little shift there. I think it's going to be okay. I'm going to go with it. All right, so there's one of those, and you need 2 of those if you're doing 2 turkeys. All right, the other thing I want you to do is grab your Acorn and Leaf Border Maker cartridge. Trying to think what else we've had that maybe spring leaf. There was something that we had that would do this. Your coral, you might want to get your, if you have the coral punch, that might work. I'm trying to think what other things that will work for you if you don't have this. And this is a good one. Go ahead and just get this one. It's $21.50. You need the acorn leaf. It's a great fall one. And you need 2 punches with that because we're trying to get these little guys because we're making turkey feet. So we need 2 of those. And then the other thing I want you to do is go ahead and change this out. So this is the border maker system, which makes beautiful borders, but you can also use it as a free punch, like what I'm doing right now. We're just cutting a punch. And for this, you just need 1 punch, even if you're making 2 turkeys. Why? Because we have 2 angels there. Right, so this is trash. I'm gonna get my scissors and I'm gonna cut away a piece of this that we're gonna use for the turkey body. So what I'm doing is I'm just cutting off the wings of these. We do not need the wings on our turkey. You might, I really haven't experimented with leaving it on there, but I think it would not work. All right, so we've got that. Now we are done with this. And let's go back to the gold shimmer. We need a little beak, and I'm gonna make his beak out of this little smiley face one. This is a part of a 3 punch set. It's $29 for 3 different ones that do oodles of cool things. This is probably my favorite of the 3 because it's got all these little fun things. We're going to need this one for the beak. Is his body. Okay. Just looking at my picture to see all the different things that I used. All right. We are ready to build our turkey. So what you're going to do is you're going to start with the brown. You are going to stick down this one on top. You're going to put this one on the bottom. In the middle. Okay, so this is where we're building our turkey. All right, next I'm going to put down his little feet. So there's 2 ends to these, and I think, which one did I like best? I think I'm going to use this as his turkey feet, and I'm going to put them, I'm just going to put some adhesive down. We're building his body here. We can wipe away anything that we don't use, but I'm going to do it kind of like this. Okay. Next, you are going to want your copper, big one. We're going to put it kind of back here. Right. Next, we're going to grab the gold one. You're going to put that so that it's we're kind of making the turkey kind of at an angle a little bit. So that's why it's kind of scooting over each time. Now we want the beige big one. What I'm doing is making sure I'm covering all of his legs that don't look like the bottom of his little feet. All right. All right. Next, we're going to build his, the front part of his body. So grab your medium size one. And I popped this one. I'm going to grab, we had somebody come to talk to my little networking group, and they said that when you speak, you wouldn't say, and now all I hear myself doing is saying that. See, I can't stop. It's a horrible habit. So I apologize if that annoys you guys. All right, so I'm just going to put a couple foam squares on the back of that, and I'm going to put it like, where did I decide? About right there. All right. And now we're going to grab the yellow one that's in the same size and just put it a little bit off. So it gives him some dimension. This turkey looks bigger, doesn't it? Kind of like that. All right, now we are going to do his head. Before I put the head down, what I'm going to do is decorate it, and we are going to use the red and the chrysanthemum one last time. And this time, all I need is the little small one. We haven't used the small ones on any of them yet. So save that for another page. You are going to cut it because I just want two little gobble gobbles. So kind of like a pie where we take two of the little gobble gobbles. Oops. That one flew away. Luckily, we have more gobble gobbles. All right. And I am going to use the precision point adhesive on this and not repo. I don't want it falling off. So, repo does become more permanent, but I'm getting ready to lift this up and put it on top of something and pressing down. And this is going to give it a little bit more strength for right now. Then I'm going to take my little beak, and I only want half of him. So I'm just picking it up with my lifter stick, and I'm going to cut it about in half. All right, and then I'm going to put a little bit more adhesive. I'm going to have this beak kind of go down on the gobble a little bit. And I'm putting it down, but I'm not getting my lifter stick in that adhesive. All right, and then the last thing we're going to do is give him some eyeballs. And I am going to use our Creative Memories black pen on this, I think. Yep, I am. I really am. And I want his eyes to be kind of long. So I'm going to do this kind of long look like that. All right, and now we are going to put some more liquid adhesive. I want him to be right here in this spot right here. And there you go. Is he just the cutest little thing you've ever seen? All right, so now I'm going to show you the rest of it. I haven't really finished this page, but I did a double page. I'm going to finish a double page with you. So let me kind of clean my space because I've got punches everywhere. Don't need those anymore. Do need my adhesive. Don't need this. Get rid of these scraps for now. All right. So what you're going to do, I'm working with the Grateful this is called Grateful Harvest. And in the Grateful Harvest line, they have a really pretty pack of tonal paper, where one side is kind of this almost an I don't know what it's called. Opaque. No, not opaque. Well, you know what it is, isn't it pretty? And then the other side of all of them, they have these kind of plaid, but I'm really attached to this side of this one. Um, and I cut myself out of the gold shimmer, a 1 1/4 inch strip, and I used the decal blade. So the decal blade is the yellow one. We have all kinds of blades for this trimmer, and this is as a fave. It's really good to just show texture. All right. I already cut that at 1 1/4 inch, and I put the decorative edge on both sides of it. And let's go ahead and stick this to it as well. Oh, I take that back. We're going to put this down first. Now, these are the laser borders that come in the Grateful Harvest. You're going to want 2 sets of those borders if you're going to do double page spreads. They're all super pretty. This is my last, I think the last one that I have left. I've used all of them. They're so gorgeous. And we're going to put that right in the middle. And then this is going to go about like that. And then this is going to go underneath. And then this right under. And I love this so much. And I definitely am going to do this for my Thanksgiving page. We have turkey. Do you all do turkey? My husband is the best fried turkey cook ever. We love fried turkey, and he fries it in not so healthy bacon grease. I think you can now buy bacon grease by the tub, and you talk about something that's stinking delicious. It really is so good. So I'm gonna use this for our Thanksgiving page. And if you dig around in your Grateful Harvest stickers, they have, apple pie and pumpkin pie and cranberry rings, pumpkins. I think you're going to love this. Abundance, happy harvest, eyes of pies. Somebody, Meg was telling, plentiful. We in the United States are and truly blessed, aren't we? And use your pages to journal about your blessings. One of the things I love to do at Thanksgiving, I used to do this when my kids were little, and it's really cool to just give them like a journal card and ask everybody at the Thanksgiving table, not just the kids, what they're most grateful for. And that is such a fun thing to add to your page layouts over the holidays and to read over, for years to come. My parents own, my parents are gone, but our family owns a company that sells like sporting goods, like fishing stuff and archery and hunting stuff and all that. And I remember when I did this years and years ago, we had a Bass Pro Shop that was moving to our area. And I remember her writing on her card that she was grateful that that our little company was going to put Bass Pro out of business. I look back at that and I laugh at it all the time. However, I will tell you, if you want the best service ever, if you're local, you should go see my brother Tom or my brother Nathan. They both are just amazing with customer service. And I do believe that that is why people do come from that other company to come see my brothers, because they have ultimate customer service. So, but anyways, it's really fun to read over them as time goes by, and because people change, they grow up. The things that they write down are different. So I hope that you'll try that this Thanksgiving. And I am grateful for you guys. Speaking of gratitude, grateful that you watch me, and this business has just been so fun for me, and you all make me feel special. So thank you and have an amazing Thanksgiving. Bye now.